In the 8 years since he scraped together $175,000 for his first commercial movie, She's Gotta Have It, Spike Lee has become a major player in the filmmaking community. To date, he has produced and directed 7 films, from the biography of Malcolm X to the No Sex, No Violence, No Drugs of Crooklyn. Filmmaking is just one of the hats he wears. He's also an executive producer. He owns a music label. He has apparel shops in Brooklyn and Los Angeles. He's writing a script for CBS pilot. He's starting an ad agency. He's teaching at Harvard, and he has started his 8th film. All of that shows the remarkable energy, and I'm pleased to have him back. Welcome.
Glad to have.
Well, you're a fixture of the Knicks game. Every time I've ever been to the game, you're there, sitting right there. You get to sit right there on the front row, too.
Season tickets.
Season tickets. Why do you love the Knicks? I mean, why do you love basketball? What is it about this game?
My father introduced me to, the first sport my father introduced me was baseball. I think most fathers, you know, it's baseball first, then football, then basketball. But he started taking me to these triple headers they used to have at the Old Guard and Holiday Festival. You see Providence with Jimmy Walker and Jabbar and with UCLA.
NIT, you probably went to the NIT.
NIT, you know, we go triple headers in the morning, triple headers at night. And so I grew up a big Walt Frazier fan, and every, you know, She's Gotta Have It. My season tickets are in the blue, you know, Bob Uecker seats, and I've just moved down each film.
There's nowhere else to move.
Seats. Nah.
All right, this is Spike Lee at the game. We'll talk over this, but take a look. This is Mr. Lee at the Knicks at the Garden. All right, here we go. This is, look at you. Talk to me, Spike. Tell me what's going on here.
Another bad call by the refs.
Yeah. There you are. Trash talk, getting in his face. Look at you.
Oh, this is against Orlando.
Yeah, there you go. The Magic.
Starks.
Johnny.
3.
Yeah, there you go. Now, where are you?
Okay.
What are you saying to the players?
Encouragement.
Encouragement to the Knicks. And what are you saying to when I was there sitting next to you one night, you were talking to Maxwell from the Rockets. You were giving him such a hard time. You know, look, there you are, too. There was your wife to your right. Does she like basketball as well?
Loves it. I mean, my friends can't get in now.
You what? Oh, your friends can't come to the game anymore?
Nah, they're out.
Yeah. Okay, tell me a couple of things about sports. Mike Tyson.
I've been to visit Mike 6 times since he's been in the joint.
Yeah.
And he's in great spirits. He's been doing a lot of reading, a lot of reflecting, and I'm looking forward to when he gets out, and I think he's going to box again.
Yeah. Is that what he wants to do? It's the only thing he knows.
That's what he knows. Says. Yeah. That's what he knows, and he regrets, you know, circumstances that put him there, or the stuff, bad karma he might have compiled, you know. Yeah. But he's all right. You're
not making a movie there. This is friendship.
Nah, I don't know how the press turned it around. I was going at them making a movie. This is just a friend visiting somebody who's in prison. So I have no intention of doing any films about Mike Tyson.
What change have you noted in him? He says he's sorry about the, you know, whatever, all the.
Well, I think that, you know, when you're in prison, you know, it gives you a lot of time to reflect, and you look past on your actions. Some of them might not have been good, and you know what goes around comes around, and he's sorry about stuff, you know, stuff that happened.
You know the fight game pretty well.
A little bit.
Okay. Teddy Atlas was here the other day. Was in the corner with.
Yeah, the guy who pulled a gun on Mike, right?
Exactly. And we mentioned that, as a matter of fact. He says I think it was Teddy Atlas that told me, and I may be losing it, but I think it was Teddy Atlas that told me in that interview that he doesn't think Tyson will ever be the champion again because he thought he's lost it. He's lost a step, or he's lost something. Do you have any sense of that?
Look at a heavyweight champion division now.
Yeah. Lennox Lewis.
Mike Tyson will be champ again. He's going to kill them all.
How about Riddick Bowe?
Kill him.
Kill him. No question in your mind that he hasn't lost it, and he thinks in his head that he'll be the champion again?
He knows it.
That he can take anybody that he sees out there.
I mean, he's going to have to take a couple, year to get the title shot.
What do you think of the people surrounding him?
Well, as I said before, he's had a lot of time to do reflection and, you know, maybe some house cleaning.
Oh, and who's going to go?
I think he's going to clean house.
Well, tell me who's going to go. Come on.
Charlie, all I'm saying is I think he's going to clean house.
And, you know, could you possibly get involved in his career?
I mean, I'm there for support. I want to. I just want him, to be, be righteous, win the heavyweight championship. There's no personal gain on my part at all.
Why him for you? What is it about him that appeals to you?
Like from Brooklyn, East Brownsville, New York, East New York.
So was Riddick Bowe.
Yeah, but he moved away.
Yeah.
And he's never really claimed Brooklyn.
But is there something more than that, though? I mean,
just, I think Mike has led a tragic life, and my heart's always went out for him, even before, the Desiree Washington thing.
What do you think about that? I mean, you think he got an unfair deal, wasn't represented well, all that? Or do you think he should put it behind him, he served his time, let him come out?
Hopefully get out, early, 3 years, and just move on, hopefully learn from past mistakes.
Yeah. If you're not a Muslim, are you?
No.
Is he? Has he converted?
Yes, he converted.
That's what I thought in prison.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Crooklyn. Tell me about this movie.
We're very happy with the response.
It's lighter than what you've done.
Yes. I think it's lighter, but I don't think it's a vast departure that some people said, like all of a sudden this is a warm and gentler Spike Lee. Like, I never had those qualities, or those qualities were never in any of my other films. Yeah. I just felt that as far as my career goes and the types of films I want to make, that it was important to do something different and not duplicate what we did with Malcolm X or the other two films dealing with race.
Right. Jungle Fever,
and Do the Right Thing, and race stuff between black people, school days. I just felt it was time to change the pace, and I think it just really shows, the versatility that I have and the types of films I want to make. I don't always want to do a film that deals with, the racial climate in this country.
Yeah. Did you feel like it was necessary for a change of pace after Malcolm?
Yes,
because that was a long-time project.
2 years.
You devoted night and day to it.
2 years, night and day, and I don't want to, box myself into that corner.
I want to stay on Crooklyn because we don't have that much time. But how do you feel now when you can look back on the Malcolm experience? You made the film you wanted to make. I mean, a lot of you feel.
We made the film we wanted to make. I think that.
Yeah. And the Academy Awards you think were unfair because they didn't give you the fair shot.
We don't even worry about that.
All right, you're moving on.
We made the film that we wanted to make, and I think that history will bear us out, and Scent of a Woman, all the other stuff. Yeah. It's not going to hold up to Malcolm X, 20, 30 years down the line. I truly feel that.
Did it change you in any way? Did it change?
Malcolm X?
Yeah.
It made me stronger because that's the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life. And, there were hurdles that set in front of us.
In terms of raising the money, in terms of being able to make the film you wanted to make,
they've been trying to make that film, 22, 23 years before me, so it didn't start with me. That's been like a quarter of a century trying to get this film
made. It says something about you that you ended up making the film. Something about your own tenacity and your skill.
Denzel, too, I think that it was just time, and, it was meant to be made when it was made, and Denzel and I were the people that were meant to do it, I think.
He's a great actor, isn't he?
Great. Big basketball fan also.
Oh, he likes basketball, too? But he doesn't like the Knicks. He
likes the Knicks, but he lives in L.A., so he has a season ticket to the Lakers.
Yeah, well, not a great year there, was it?
No. Down year for him.
Yeah. Maybe Pat, do you think Pat will be here next year? Riley?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Players are going to go before him.
Like who?
No, I'm saying if anybody's going, he plays before he goes.
Let me take a look. We got a clip here from Crooklyn. The story this idea came from your sister.
Joie. It was her original idea. She wrote the first couple of drafts my brother saying they came to me, not to make the film, but to say, do you know anybody who could help us get this made? And I read it, said, I'll make it.
Yeah.
And that's that. I think the clip now is the Partridge Family clip.
All right, that's it. Is the TV on? Is that it? The
Yes.
Partridge Family. Crooklyn, directed by Spike Lee. Here it is. Let me tell you about some of the critics, what they say about this, in case you don't know. The Washington Post, listen to this. For those who can overlook the occasional flat nota, Crooklyn is a spiritual rendering of African-American family life in the early 1970s, modulating from heavy to light, from angry to lyrical, and so on. The movie's an enjoyable, emotional symphony. You like that?
Who wrote that?
The Washington Post, Desson Howe. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about this? Crooklyn is so mild that it is the first Spike Lee film with the potential to be turned into a television show. More importantly, it is the first one to display real warmth of heart. You like that? I mean, tell me if you agree with this. I'm interested in what critics think.
I don't think it's a mild picture. I just, I have to do the films I want to make. If I do a film like this, they say it's too mild. I do the right thing. They accuse me trying to incite 35 million Americans to burn down America. So, I can't worry about...
Are you guilty on both counts or neither count?
Not guilty.
All right, not guilty, he says. Now, listen to this. This is from the New Yorker. You read that magazine, don't you? Spike Lee's Crooklyn is slight in everything but length. The picture runs well over 2 hours, and you feel every moment of it because Lee can't seem to find a theme or style to shape this.
The movie's under 2 hours, so
yeah.
Maybe it felt like that over him, but, I just have to continue to make the films I want to make. Knock on wood, I will get a chance to continue to do that.
Is anything you want to do, I mean, do you feel like anything Spike wants to do with enough dedication, enough hard work, enough energy, he can do it?
I've always felt that. I mean, I just think I was instilled by my parents and my grandparents that, they always gave us confidence and go down swinging, at least.
And that's defined your life?
Go down swinging, if you got to go down.
What do you want?
Me?
Yeah. What do you want to do? I mean, you want to make...
Well, I'm doing what I want to do. I think I'm blessed. I'm able to make films. I mean, I don't think you have to go back a long time to see an African-American filmmaker who's able to go from film to film to film. When we start Clockers in July from Richard Price now, that would be our 8th film in the last 10 years. So
yeah, and did Scorsese buy the rights to that and get you to do it?
No, Universal bought it for him, and he was going to do it at first, but he's doing Casino now with Pesci and De Niro, so he's still going to be the executive producer on it.
Yeah, and have you cast it?
Yes, Harvey Keitel's going to play Rocky. Delroy Lindo's going to play Rodney.
Yeah.
John Turturro's going to play Mazzilli.
God, these are great actors. Did you get pretty much who you wanted?
Yes, that's the people we wanted, and we start shooting in July and be out next summer.
Why Harvey Keitel? Just right?
Well, we liked his frontal nudity and the piano and
that. You like piano? Would you like piano as a movie?
Yes, I think Jane Campion's a great filmmaker.
Yeah. Who has influenced you the most?
As a filmmaker?
Yeah.
I'd have to say Mr. Scorsese.
Really?
And I get, it's an honor, that found me working together, and he's always taken an interest in my work. Even I was just, a runny-nosed NYU film student going up to him, asking him questions. He took time out. He didn't know who I was, but he did.
Do you talk a lot about making films now? I mean,
With
you
him?
see him? Yeah.
Yeah, we see each other infrequently because we're both so busy, but when we get together, it's nonstop of just talking about cinema. My
impression is, and tell me whether this is just wrong, is that for young African-American filmmakers, this is a good time. You got you leading the pack. The Hughes brothers, Singleton.
Mary Van Peebles.
Mary Van Peebles, who just made Posse and is probably doing something else now.
Yes, he's doing the Black Panther story now.
Through one character or another?
Huey.
Huey, okay. I mean, they really do seem to be a group of you.
Ernest Dickerson.
Yeah, Ernest Dickerson.
Matty Riggs,
who made
Julie
a great,
Dash.
Yeah.
I would say that there has never been a better time than now.
Yeah. Is it because...
But I want to preface that by saying the door is still not wide open, and we're still not able, the type of films that we're able to make is still limited. Either it's a comedy or it's a hip-hop, gangsterhood, rap movie. So, we're still not allowed the leeway, but, I guess
you included? Not you. Well, you can do whatever you want to.
Within a
I mean, Jungle
budgetary,
Fever was a love story, what I thought. Yeah?
You're very...
Right. No, I know, I'm kidding you, but it was, in fact,
I mean, I think
it was a broad theme. This was
I can make any film I want
That's right.
within budgetary constraints, and I'm grateful for that, but it's still not like that across the board.
No, but you're the exception, really, in a sense, for the most part.
I've been fortunate.
Yeah. What did it cost Jungle Fever? That was...
What did that cost?
Yeah.
I think it cost like 14.
And you
Same price as Crooklyn.
Yeah, and it made, what, Jungle Fever?
I think 33.
Yeah. Now, Wesley Snipes.
Can't afford him anymore.
Is that right?
Can't afford him. I guess $8-9 million a movie.
Does he get more than Denzel?
Yes.
Is that because the films have been more successful? Is it simply bookkeeping?
I don't know what it is. I guess the people that pay out the money say that Wesley, he has an action crowd.
Yeah, the Sylvester Stallone group.
So I guess they
and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
More, but I can't afford Wesley anymore. I tell him that all the time.
And what does he say? You're right, brother.
He laughs.
But it's true. He won't do it. Suppose you went to him and said, look, do this for me. This is an important film. You're the right guy. You and Denzel will knock him dead.
He would tell me to go talk to his agent in CAA, and his manager, Lois Roberts, would tell me take a hike.
He would?
They would.
Yeah. I mean, what about Wesley and Denzel together?
It's going to cost.
Like Redford and Newman, huh? A buddy
You
picture.
would think so. But I don't know if they want to spend that much.
What if?
Because they might say, oh, Hollywood, they don't think it could cross over. They don't think that a wide movie-going audience is going to see it in Peoria. Yeah. They're not going to want to make that type of film.
Are they right?
I don't think they're right.
Yeah.
I think that audiences will come out to see a good film if it's marketed correctly.
Yeah. Tell me what delusions you think there are, the people who are responsible for what movies America sees. I mean, do they not trust the audience, or are they simply?
I think that the people that make movies, I think they're very disrespectful to the intelligence of the American movie-going audience. I think that they play down to the commas, the lowest common denominator, the lowest level, and they just try to play the audience like they're stupid. And I think that's when you do that, you end up making $75 million bombs.
Like Last Action Hero or something?
Why do you want me to name films, people, players, who's Mike Tyson get rid of?
I mean, you're an out-front, candid guy. That's why.
But this is the new, warm, gentler Spike Lee.
Now tell me this: has Spike changed at all? I mean, you're married now.
No, I'm married.
Huh?
I'm married now.
Yeah. I mean, has that changed you?
That's what my friends tell my wife all the time.
That's what I hear. How has it changed you?
I myself cannot see the change, but my friends tell this to my wife all the time.
Do you feel different? I mean, do you feel some sense of, mellowing, or?
I just think that you have a greater sense of responsibility married, that is not just you anymore. That's the way it should be when you get married.
Yeah. Had you been looking for a long time?
No, I wasn't looking. It just happened.
What happened? You met her in an elevator or something? What was it?
It was at the Congressional Black Caucus in D.C. 2 years ago, and I was going down the escalator. She was going up an escalator.
Oh, boy, this is a movie. This is
a
movie.
And then I
and?
made a quick... I went back up the escalator real quick.
And what did you say to her when you got there?
You got a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. Oh, you said it. Yeah. All right, you said you got a minute.
Yeah, do you have a minute?
Yeah. And she said, what's up?
Yeah, I got a minute. Yeah. And just I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then we got married. No, it was like...
What was the first...
It was a year after that.
Yeah. So you had a chance to get to know each other, yeah. But it's made you... you feel better about yourself. It's made you more...
I think that...
You know what I mean? It
yes,
gives you a larger perspective.
It makes you...
If you got somebody in your life to live for, other than just yourself. I mean, before this, it was all for Spike. Now it's for Spike and Tanya.
I think that if you find the right partner, in life, it makes you whole. Yeah. So all incomplete.
Let me ask you this. You live on Martha's Vineyard.
No. I live in Brooklyn, New York.
But you have a house in Martha's Vineyard.
I have a house in Martha's Vineyard. That's different. I have a house in Martha's Vineyard.
No, it's more than a house. How many acres you got up there? Come on, tell me.
It's 2.5.
2.5 acres? On the water, right there in Martha's Vineyard.
It's not on the water. It's on the Sketchikawatchit. I pronounced it wrong. Pond. I never get a correct pronunciation.
Yeah. Why Martha's Vineyard? Although there has always been an African American community there.
There's always been an African American community there since the early 40s. Right. But one of my best friends, John Wilson, his grandmother's had a house here since the 40s.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when we were in college at Morehouse, he used to invite me up to Martha's Vineyard for 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day. I loved it, and I've been fortunate enough to buy a house.
Yeah, great to see you. Spike Lee. The movie is called Crooklyn, just out, been out for several weeks. Spike's next film is Clockers, which he is directing with Harvey Keitel and others. Back in a moment.